Okie dokie, friends. Day 3. Today is my very favorite morning action. My very favorite. So I'm really excited to dig into this one with you. So our step today is the A in Savers, and A stands for awesome. It also stands for affirmations. So if you're in the book, page 59 is where we're at. And I absolutely love affirmations. They've completely changed my life and really helped me learn how to control my anxiety, right? Because all the stories you're telling yourself are just stories. And whatever it is you're saying out loud or to yourself will become your truth. There's a weird glare on my glasses, but whatever. We're not going to ignore. We're just going to ignore that. So first off, I want to read you these awesome quotes that I loved in the book. Okay, so it's the repetition of affirmations that leads to belief. And once that belief becomes a deep conviction, things begin to happen. This is a case of fake it until you make it. So initially when you start out with affirmations, they're probably going to not feel super genuine or authentic, but it's about you stepping into who you want to become, and the stories you tell yourself really do matter. I've done a lot of videos on affirmations because I'm such an affirmation junkie. So in the comments at the end of this, I'll drop a couple of my YouTube videos in case you need more in-depth talk about affirmations. I'm like, use your words there, use your words. Okay, the other quote I loved is, you will be a failure unless you impress the subconscious with the conviction that you are a success. This is done by making an affirmation which clicks. It's got to click, right? But initially, I'm giving you permission for it to feel kind of weird and just like not supernatural. Okay, so in the book, Hal says that he read that 80% of women have self-deprecating thoughts about themselves, their bodies, their lives during the day. And I think that's really true. I think we're pretty in tune with that, how often we're shitting on ourselves or telling ourselves we're not good enough, or look at this body part or whatever, right? Like, it's just normal. So if you're there, that's okay. It's totally normal. I still have those thoughts, and I'm a couple years into my affirmation journey. But it's all about being aware of that and then editing that self-talk, editing that highlight reel, editing your affirmations. Okay, so self-talk dramatically influences your level of success. If you actively design and write out your affirmations with what you want to accomplish and who you need to be in order to accomplish those goals, they immediately make an impression on your subconscious. Your brain is easily tricked, which is why this is such an important piece. So if you're going around telling yourself how much you suck at things, that you're never going to get ahead, that you're never going to find the right person, or that your husband doesn't appreciate you, those are all lies that you're selling yourself. And the more you tell yourself those things, your brain is going to make it become reality. Your brain is going to look to make that real. But if you start telling yourself, I am bold, I am fearless, I am fearfully and wonderfully made, if you start telling yourself all of those things, your brain, at first, it might feel a little weird, okay? Like, maybe you're faking it until you make it, but it's gonna become real. Okay, so just trust me on this one. If you don't actively change your programming, your potential will be crushed and your life will be limited. So if you want to keep doing what you've been doing, well, then don't practice affirmations. If you want that level 10 life, you got to step it up, and it really does matter what you say. And I'm a firm believer that your words have so much power. So it's all fine and dandy to like write this out and to like put it in your journal, but when you actually put your voice behind it and you start to speak it out of your head, it has that much more power and that much more momentum. And so I'm a huge believer you speak it into existence by saying it outside of your head. And so for me, I have little affirmations I printed or even just wrote on a piece of paper, and I put them all over the house. I have one on my fridge, I have them written on the kids' bathroom mirror, and a chalk pen. You can get a chalk pen for cheap at Walmart, and I just write on it and they love it. Today, walking to the bus stop, we said affirmations out loud. Like, each kid took a turn. Affirmations are such a fundamental piece of who we are because I know how much they've changed my life, and I want that for you. Like, I'm still a work in progress, and I'm still struggling with frogs and that lizard brain, and like, you're not good enough, or you're not doing enough, or whatever, wah wah, right? So that's why I practice affirmations. And whenever I start to feel anxious and lost, and I'm riding the struggle bus party of one, I know I have to dig into my affirmations. And so I'm so glad to be revisiting this with you guys, because I really need to dig in and lean in to my affirmations. So we're gonna do it together. Oh! Okay, so the awesome news is that hashtag affirmations. I don't know why I wrote that note, but I wrote that hashtag affirmations. The awesome news is that you can change the direction of your life and you can step into that level 10 person that you want to be by practicing your affirmations each and every day. This isn't something that you do when you feel like it. It's kind of like brushing your teeth. In fact, while you're brushing your teeth, I double dog dare you to say some affirmations. Yeah, you're probably gonna have to clean your mirror afterwards because you're gonna be spitting toothpaste, but it's so worth it, okay? And he has a few great stories in the book about how he stayed, when he was down on his luck, he stayed with a friend who was in the shower and he would shout out, like, whatever he would shout. I don't remember that part, but it works. There's really power behind it. And the more emphatically you say it, even if it doesn't feel real and genuine and authentic yet, the more enthusiastically you say it, I can do this. I'm on top of my laundry. Yes, I believe it. It starts to become true. I don't know about the laundry. I'm still working on that. Okay, so 5 simple steps to create your own. Again, I'm going to drop my own videos below because I've done so many videos on affirmations because hashtag junkie over here. So 5 simple steps from Hal to create your own. Number 1, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Do you want to feel excited? Do you want to feel satisfied? Do you want to be in charge of your finances? Do you want financial freedom? Do you want more fun? Do you want more sex? Like, what do you want? Think about what you want is step number 1. Step number 2, why do you want it? Why does it matter? Why would you be sad if this didn't happen? Define it. Define it. Define it. That's my note. Define it, okay? Define your why. Number 3, who are you committed to being in order to create it? So you got to walk the walk and you got to talk the talk. You can't just do one piece. This is a series of little pieces that are all adding up to something great, right? So I want you to figure it out. I want you to think about it, to meditate on it a little bit, and then figure out why it matters and why you need this and why you're willing to step into who you want to become, why you're willing to do these things that maybe feel uncomfortable right now, the getting up earlier, the telling yourself your truths outside of your head. Do it when no one else is around. If you feel like you're going to be, people think you're crazy, first of all, who cares, right? I talked about this yesterday. Other people's opinions don't really matter. It's none of your business what they think of you. And secondly, you want to change your life, right? If you want to change your life, you're the only one that can do that. And this is how we do it. All right. Being and doing are prerequisites for having what you want to have. So again, you gotta do it. You just gotta do it. Number 4, what are you committed to doing to attain it? Are you committed? Thanks, Brenda. Are you committed to getting up early? Are you committed to doing this with me? Even on the hard days, even on the days you really don't want to, because just like any kind of awesome new habit, it's going to be uncomfortable sometimes, and there's going to be days you really don't want to. There's days I really don't want to work out, but I know it's part of my well-being, and I know that it's going to serve me, and if I don't, even though I don't want to, I know that if I don't do it, I'm going to feel a whole lot worse about myself, and so I might as well just limp through it and do the best I can, because some is better than none, and done is better than perfect. Okay, I need a microphone to drop right now. Number 5, add in inspirational quotes. Sure, if that works for you, awesome, whatever. I'm going to tell you what I do. So I love the free app Photofy. And if you follow me on social media, which, hi, that's where we're at, then you see I'm always putting quotes and words on pictures. And I do that by using Photofy. And so for me, I've taken pictures that I personally taken or something I found on the internet, don't sue me, and I put a couple of quotes on it that inspire me. And then I just upload that image to Walgreens and I print them out and I put them around because I'm a really visual person, and having those little reminders all over the house and on a picture that means something to me, it really does help. Really does help. Okay, so how to make your affirmations work. So your emotions matter, and so that's why it's so important to not just mindlessly say these. You have to try and focus yourself on what you're saying. And again, it might feel really weird in the beginning. These might be affirmations that you're just like, dude, Sarah, this is never going to happen for me. Like I say I'm a New York Times bestselling author. I haven't written the book, but I say it every single day. I'm speaking it into existence. It's going to happen. My book deal is it's walking up the road. I can see it. I can feel it. I can smell it. So your emotions matter. So initially it's going to be weird, but I still want you to put some emotion behind it, which is why it really matters what you're saying. So if you're saying, I am going to swim with the dolphins because I'm a mermaid, well, that's just not realistic. Like that's never going to happen. But it could be, I am focused on being mindful with my budget. I am a saver, not a spender, and I am getting closer to financial freedom, or I am achieving financial freedom. So you're not there yet, but you're taking the steps by saying it out loud, one of the steps, to get yourself closer to that goal, whatever that is. I'm bold. I am awesome. I can do hard things today. I believe in myself. I know this is my purpose. Wah, 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 whatever you need to say, okay? So your emotions matter. You need to get tied into it. And that's why saying it out loud is so much more emotional, for me anyway, than just reading it silently. And so because I'm doing this in the morning and I have kids sleeping, I'll whisper it, but I'm still saying it out loud. And when no one's here, like right now, I take advantage of that and I'll shout things. And even now, kids, totally, they're trained. I'll be like, I am awesome. And they're like, I am awesome. That's us. That's who we are. Okay, so affirmations will continually evolve with you. So don't feel like you can write an affirmation statement and then that's it. It's not. You're going to grow. It's going to grow. It's going to change. Some days you're going to need to tweak it. So it's not like you're going to create a statement or a series of things that you're going to say every single day. Each day is different. Each day has its new obstacles and new challenges and new priorities and goals. And so your affirmation statement is going to change to reflect that, okay? You're not putting anything, it's not a tattoo, you guys. You can totally change this. Be consistent with your affirmations. This is a daily step, okay? This is the second piece of our miracle morning. First is silence, next is affirmations, okay? Do your personal development to back up these changes and these self-beliefs. So if you need suggestions, I'm your girl. A lot of my crew, a lot of my team were big podcast lovers. So like Brendan Burchard, he has the Brendan Show. I love his podcast because they're not super long-winded and I always walk away feeling uplifted. I love Earn Your Happy. She has a lot of quickies, super short ones. That's another great one. If you need more, let me know. We have awesome book suggestions as well. And maybe, since this seems to be a hit, maybe we'll keep doing this. Like each month we'll dig into something new. But the personal development piece is something that you always want to be doing every day, even if it's just 5 minutes in your car of a audiobook or a podcast, because you have to fill your cup. The world is going to try and beat you down. And if you're watching the news, you're going to be feeling discouraged. And sometimes when you're making changes in your own life to become a better person, you get pushback from friends and family because it's not that they don't want you to change. They might not even be consciously thinking that, but by you changing, you are changing the dynamic of your relationship, and that could lead to them feeling a little threatened or a little weird. So if you get pushback, it's just resistance, and congratulations, that means you're changing your life. So I'm high-fiving you right now. Don't let that discourage you. When you read positive self-improvement books and articles, you're programming your mind with the thoughts and the beliefs that support you in creating success, which is so stinking important. Okay, so these are the things I have done that I add this in. One of these things is kind of across the board, right? It's more than one of my daily actions, but I'm gonna tell you now because I want you to start thinking about it in case you're gonna implement this. So I created a why statement. I was reading another book and she actually said, like, what is your why? Like, your why is why you're committed to changing your life. Your why is maybe why you have started a business, or it's why you started a fitness thing, or maybe you're doing therapy to work on your relationship, or just who you are. Like, everybody has a why for something in their life, and it's really important to dig into that why. And so that's what I did. I wrote out my why. Why am I doing this? Why do I share so much of my life with you? That's my why. I figured it out. Why success matters, why I want to create a legacy, why I want financial freedom, why I want to help the military and the law enforcement widows. That's all part of my why, and I won't bore you with that right now. But I have printed this out, and I have been just reading it silently, but after rereading The Miracle Morning, I'm committing to saying it out loud, like whispering it. Another piece in here is, if I don't do the things I need to do, if I don't start stepping into who I want to become, how sad will I be 5 years down the road? What will that look like for me? Will I still be stuck? Will I be frustrated? Will I have remorse and feel bad and beat myself up because I didn't do the scary things I know I need to do that I've been procrastinating? And then I have a whole bunch of affirmations that I have added in just because affirmations make me happy. So I'm adding this into your affirmation today to start thinking about. You don't have to do this. This is an official call to action yet. A seed planted for you to start thinking about. What's your why? Why does this matter? Why do you want to change? Why do you want to become your best self? Why does it matter? And don't just tell me, oh, it's because my husband and kids deserve the best me. It's bigger than that. It's you rediscovering who you are. It's you figuring out what your purpose is. It's something in you that you want to cultivate and figure out and get better so that you can rock your life and step into who you want to become, okay? So, piece number 2 of what I do as part of my affirmation piece in the morning is I actually journal. I combine the journaling piece, which will come later, but I actually will journal out a whole bunch of affirmations because I found for me, I used to only journal the negative stuff. Like, this is what happened, and I don't want to reread that. It doesn't inspire me. It doesn't lift me up. And so I had this mental block around journaling because I didn't know what to write. I'm like, I don't know what to write. I used to be a writer, and I feel like I'm not anymore, right? Limiting self-belief right there. And so I started as part of my journaling every single morning, I would just write out my affirmations and then I would read them out loud. And so I still do that. And it's a really great way to start your day with your mind in the right place. I can do hard things. I am inspired. I am inspiring. I am patient. I am present. I'm going to rock today. All the right people are coming across my path and I'm so excited to connect with them. Like, whatever your statements need to be, make it your own. Okay, and then this is something that we just started doing in the last week or two in our health and fitness tribe, and I love it. So this is a call to action for you today. I want you to do this because this is going to rock your life. So your miracle morning is something that you're doing some point during your day, preferably in the morning, but if you work nights or whatever, or maybe it works better for your life to do it in the evening, rock on, my sister, that's awesome. But I want you to set up a couple alarms in your phone, okay, with a song that you love, like a song that comes on, you just vibe with it, you're not like, oh, turn it off, right? It's a song you dig, right? It's a song that speaks to you. And when that alarm goes off 2 or 3 times a day, it's going to tell you your truth words. So your truth words are going to change. You can set an intention for them for the week, or you can just keep them indefinitely as long as they're speaking to you. So what are my truth words? I just changed them this week. It's excited. Oh, they're on my phone. I'm like, where's my phone? I'm looking at my phone. I don't know. I have 3 words, like excited, present, joyful, or something, or bold, or whatever. And every time that alarm goes off on my phone, I say those words out loud. So it's like taking my affirmations to a new level and not just keeping them in my morning box routine. Like, now I'm just saying them throughout the day. That reminder goes off and will help me pull me out if I'm distracted or I'm out of focus or maybe I'm feeling discouraged. And it's that reminder that I am the driver of my bus and I get to choose my attitude and I get to choose my emotions and I get to choose how my day is going to go. I am not a victim. I'm not just on this downward spiral with my freaking to-do list and reacting to things, right? That's the whole point of this, is that you get to write your story. You get to choose. You can't choose your circumstances because that's outside of your control, but you completely can choose how you will react and how you will grow and how you will bounce back and your resilience and all that. So that is your call to action for today, is to tomorrow morning add in affirmations. And today I want you to set up 1 or 2, maybe even 3 alarms on your phone with a song that you freaking love with a couple of words that just remind you of who you want to be or who you're becoming, and say them out loud. Get your kids on board. My kids hear my alarm go off and they're like, I'm bold, I am excited, I am blessed. It's really awesome. My husband's like, okay. He's not saying affirmations yet, but give him time. So, all right. So to recap, day 1, right? We were talking about your sleep affirmations. So if you're not doing that, you're going to commit to that. You're going to go to bed with the intention you're going to sleep well. You're going to have awesome dreams. And no matter how much or how little sleep you get, you're going to wake up feeling recharged and ready to rock your day because it's a choice. Step number 2 is your wake up ritual. Okay. So you're getting out of bed, you're putting on your workout clothes, you're brushing your teeth, you're drinking your water, you're setting yourself up for success. All right. Step number 3 is the silence. It's the very first S in the Miracle Morning Savers routine. S is for silence. So it's meditation, it's prayer, it's grateful thinking, whatever you need to do, but that's what you're going to do. And even if you suck at it, I don't care. I want you to celebrate the fact that you're trying, because you're never going to get better at something unless you're practicing it every single day. And then today's add-on is affirmations. So you're going to think about what you want your affirmations to be, and maybe you're like me and you want to journal them out. You're going to write out your affirmations and then you're going to say them out loud, and you're also going to create those alarms on your phone, and I want you to comment below when you do it. Extra points if you want to be brave and share what your words are. I'll screenshot mine and share it because I can't remember what they are. It's a good thing on my phone. But it really is such an awesome way just to kind of like recheck in. It's a gut check. Like, I can do this. I'm in charge of my day. I'm in charge of how I feel. I can't control the world or even my children or my spouse, but I can control me. And so this reformed control freak, I love that. Give me something to control. All right, so those are your calls to action. Drop it below when you figure out what your truth words are. And if you set up an alarm, I want to know how that goes for you, because the ladies in my fitness group, like, they're raving and loving it. And I can't wait for you guys to experience that as well. So I will see you all tomorrow morning. Let me know how today goes.